Hey y'all, I'm ready. You ready? Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Open up, shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open,
I think most of my videos are now gonna be more of story time, which this one will be. Just to give you a heads up, this video will be a little lengthy. I like to talk, okay? And this is about me finding out about him being inside of here, okay? So let's start. So, what happened? All right, first signs of me being pregnant, I was kind of blind to it. Like, I didn't really know there were signs until right up when I was pregnant. And those were breast enlargement and my period being late, right? My period had been late before. I have to take pregnancy tests before because of my cycle being late, and they were negative. So I never really worried about it. This time it was like a week late, and my breast was getting bigger. Like, I literally went out and bought bras the same size I've been wearing forever, and they were not working simply because my breasts were growing, and I was in denial about it. So yeah, so did that, and the day before I took a pregnancy test, my boyfriend went out like on our dinner date and whatnot, and I was talking to him. How he looking? I was talking to him, and I was like, so babe, I'm like a week late. So, how would you feel if we were pregnant? And we talked about it and whatnot, and same thing he always said, he'll be happy about it, we'll take care of the child, blah, 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 stuff like that. And so that next night, I had already bought tests. I had the Clear Blue. I had the 2-pack, one that says, like the one digital that says pregnant, not pregnant. And then, why are you holding your head like that? And then the one that just shows a plus sign, right? So that night, because I was just so anxious about it, which you're supposed to take in the morning for the best results, but I took it that night because I just couldn't wait. So I took it that night, and I think it was one that said, the digital one that says pregnant, not pregnant. So I took it that night. Boyfriend was out, and I was left to myself. Closed my bathroom door, took it, and this is how I feel like I should have known. Because any time I ever take a pregnancy test, I was always nervous, right? Always nervous, heart pounding, like, oh my gosh, what is it gonna say? Oh my gosh, am I pregnant? Like, what am I gonna do, right? But it wasn't like this time. This time, I was sitting there, I know I'm not pregnant, like, taking this test before, I always been negative, so I'm not pregnant, like, it's nothing to worry about. And I was really chilled. And a side note, we had discussed having a baby, but we didn't want to plan it till a year after, right? So he was to be here next year, not this year. Anyways, so with that being said, I was taking an ovulation kit just to see when I was ovulating, so I would kind of know how my body was and whatnot. And I purposely avoided having sex with him the week I got a smiley face on my kit. And so I'm like, I know I'm not pregnant. Like, we didn't have sex when I was ovulating. So, I mean, obviously I was wrong because, he's here. But, yeah, so I took the pregnancy test, and y'all, in less than 10 seconds, it said pregnant. I started bawling instantly. Like, cause as soon as it said pregnant, I was terrified. My heart was racing. Tears was flowing like the river. Yeah, you caused all of that. And I called my best friend. I was like, oh my gosh, Madison, I'm pregnant. And I started crying again. And she was like, oh my gosh. I sent her a picture of the test, and I was like, look at this, I'm pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just crying. She was like, just calm down, whatnot. And I was like, okay, got the phone with her. And then I calmed myself. Thank God he didn't come home until I had calmed myself down some before he could notice that something was wrong. Like, my eyes had cleared up from being red, and you know, everything, and I have glasses, so you can't completely tell my eyes are puffy from me crying. So yeah, so I calmed down and I was talking to him, like I was like asking him questions, like just to figure out how he'll respond to everything. And I was like, you know, how do you feel if I was pregnant and whatnot? And you know, I'm gonna take this test tomorrow, see what it says, and I just wanna, you know where both of our heads are at in case we are. And like I said, he was still saying all the right things and whatnot. So I was like, well, I'm taking one in the morning, so we'll see. And I was feeling it now. You know, I was like, this, you know, it's a false positive. It could be a false positive. We're going to say that, okay? Because we don't know for sure yet what's really going on. All right, so took the next one. And this one was finding faster, y'all, with the plus sign, okay? It was like P drop, boop, positive. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it. You're it. You're here. You're here. You are here. Okay. There was no denying it. He was in there. So, what did you? I think he's learning his feet, y'all. I think he's starting to learn. I'm trying to figure out what they are. Okay. But yeah. So I woke him up and I showed him the test, and he just like, he was in shock. Like, at first he was mad because we were not financially in the state we wanted to be, which is why we had planned for another year. And it was a lot for both of us. I went to work the next day and told one of my really close friends there, I was pregnant, and I cried to her. Like, I was like, I was at work and I was trying to make sure there's a window where people can like look in the room we was at, and I didn't want anyone to see me. And I was like, I told her, and as soon as I told her, like, I cried, and I like balled up, like crouched, like crying. And she was, oh my God, please, not like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Like, you guys have wanted a baby. And I'm like, yes, we wasn't ready yet. Like, not yet. Like, one more year. We just need a year slide out. We just needed one more. Jesus. When he was like, y'all thought y'all needed one more. This is it. But, yeah, it was a lot to adjust to. And then, so, you know, once we got it taken care of and we knew, how we wanted, not how we wanted, but once we got adjusted and everything, and we realized this is really happening, he told everybody, okay? He told everybody. He told homeboys. He told people he graduated with, he ain't seen, talked to in years. Yeah, Daddy was bragging about you, okay? He was bragging hard. Homie was happy. Me? I was scared. And to nobody. Not my parents. I didn't tell my mother until like a week or so after I knew. And I didn't tell her. He did. His big mouth said something. Okay, so I'm hearing mama talk like literally every single day. That's my best friend, y'all. My mom is my world. She's my best friend. I talk to her every single day. I don't care if it's 5-minute conversation. I need to hear your voice. Okay? Alright, so I've been talking to her on a regular, but our conversation's been really short. I didn't really have much to say because I was keeping a really big secret from her, and I don't do that. My mother, like, she knows everything, and so that made things. What do you want, baby love? Are you trying to get him? Get him. You can get him. But yes, yeah, okay, it's funny. But yeah, so I was on the phone with her. She was at work, and I was talking to her, and I was on the phone with her. He was like, go ahead and tell her. Go ahead and tell her. I was like, no. And she was talking. I was like, no, I'm not telling her. He was like, hey, Mom, your daughter don't want to tell you something, but I'm going to tell you because you need to know. She's pregnant. And like my heart dropped down. It came from here to on the floor. Under the floor. Like, it was it dropped, y'all. It dropped. I was so terrified how she's gonna respond. And I didn't really know, because I mean, she was saying for a long, like, when you give me a grandbaby, blah, 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 it's like this. But I mean, it's different when you actually, like, hey, here's your grandbaby. You know, like, it's different when that part happens. And she started crying. She's like, I'm gonna call you back. And she called me back, and I was like, Mom, are you okay? And I was in here crying and fussing at him. Why you tell her? I didn't want to tell her like that, blah, blah, blah. Now I gotta tell my daddy, because my daddy's on a different hand. I'm a low-key daddy girl. And, y'all, so it was a process. My dad was upset in the beginning because I have not finished school. I'm not graduated. I don't have a diploma or anything like that. And he was like, that was the plan. And that's, you know, another thing from within that year. It's like, that was the plan, blah, 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 stuff like that. And I was like, I know, I understand. But, you know, once everybody got through their emotions through it, everyone was happy, of course. Happy, go lucky. So, yeah, I mean, once we adjusted to it and realized there's a baby here, everyone was happy. Like, what is there to be upset about? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something to be upset about. It's just something to, like I said, adjust to. And once we did, happy as I don't know what. Now, throughout my pregnancy, yes, I was very happy the whole time. No depression like that. I worked up until the week before I had him. I worked from 7:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, and then 10 hours or more Saturday and Sunday. So I was constantly working, and both jobs were around animals, stuff like that, with cats and dogs. So there were restrictions I had. Like, I couldn't do x-rays, of course. When we had to do surgical anesthesia, I just had to make sure I had like a mask and my face covered, because I was the head technician, so I did everything as far as like helping with surgery, drawing blood, things like that. And at my weekend job, I just didn't do any of the lifting, so that was fine. So yeah, I worked my way around it. My problem is that my battles that I fought personally was miscarriage and stillbirth. So in my first trimester, you know, it's most time where it's possible to have a miscarriage. I was terrified my whole, like, I literally cried almost every single day my first trimester, because from our first appointment, it started off when I first found out I was pregnant, and then I found out about, I can't think of what it's called, but it's when you're pregnant in your fallopian tubes. When the baby hasn't came into your actual uterus, it's just like in your fallopian tubes, and you have to abort the baby, because I mean, it can cause physical damage to you, and the baby just can't, you know, everything growing in fallopian tubes are just not big enough. That's not what a baby supposed to be. And that was my biggest fear. So I found out I was pregnant when I was 5 weeks with my first appointment. I was 8 weeks, got an ultrasound, heartbeat and everything, realized everything was perfect and he was where he was supposed to be. So that fear, gone, you know. Next fear was, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a miscarriage. So I believe miscarriage is hereditary. I don't know for a fact, but I was just terrified of having one. My mom, she had me. Then she had 3 miscarriages before she had my brother, and then she had my sister and then my brother after that. So I mean, she made up for the 3 miscarriages she had, but still, like, I don't want to go through that. Okay, I don't think anyone does, but I was terrified of going through, because I just knew, like, it would break me. I knew it did. Like, I knew that was something that would break me, and I don't know if I went through that, if I ever want to have a child again. So that's why I was praying that he will be here, like he is now, sucking on his fingers. But so yeah, that was my fear for my first trimester and like middle of my second, because I mean, it's still possible. Then it's very unlikely, but it's still possible. So after that, everything was good, and then my fear after that was stillbirth, and I feel like that one hurts more. I don't know for sure, because I haven't experienced either one, but I just feel like personally that would hurt me more. Usually when you have a miscarriage, you know, it's before you even feel the baby moving, you know, things like that. Not saying that lessens your bond or anything, but I just feel like when you have a stillbirth, is when you give birth to the baby, you get to see the baby and they're not breathing. Like, you give birth to someone that's not even here anymore, and I can't imagine how that feels. I don't want to ever imagine how that feels. Like the mother goes through like the mother and father go through the process of filling the baby and finding out the gender if you want to know the gender, and coming up with names and naming this baby and calling the baby his name, talking to the baby and things like this, and then coming to find out you never get to meet this baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to see it, but you don't meet, because they're not there. Their soul and spirit is not there anymore. So now you're just talking, and it's just a corpse, and it's like, I can't imagine that. And that was my fear. Like, I had fears throughout pregnancy, and I had to keep myself in the right mindset. So I had to keep myself busy, because it was like, if I'm not out there by the whole time, and I was stressing myself out, and I'm worrying myself, because I'm an overthinker, and I just had to make sure I didn't do that. So those are things I had to face through pregnancy. But other than that, everything was good. Like, my pregnancy was amazing. Like, everything, like, I didn't have many morning sickness. Like, I had some nausea or whatnot, but I didn't vomit at all until I was in labor. But yeah, like, I didn't have anything like that going on. So everything was good. And like I said, just finding out about it was a lot. Like, it took a lot. Like, I literally, so, and I keep playing stuff in my head over and over again, like, how did I not know this? How did I not know? I didn't have like any morning sickness, or not, like, you know, people say like, I have the flu, go to the hospital, pregnant. It wasn't none of that. I literally was drinking, like, my friend Madison saying when I called and let her know I was pregnant, the person I told, which is my godmother. We had Carrabba's to go, and we had got us some wine from Total Wine, and we were sitting on the floor, chilling, watching movies, talking, sipping on some wine. And that's how I was telling her, I was like, girl, my breasts have gotten so big. I was like, you can't see it because my bras too small, so they're like pushing them in. But they have like I'm bulging out of all of my bras and whatnot. And she was like, I was like, I think my period's about to come on, but like, this is like a super period or something. Like, I don't know. And this, I mean, it was a super period, I guess you want to call it that. But yeah. Yeah, I know you're still asleep because you broke your nap. But I wanted to show you off a little bit. You want to show him off a little bit. But yeah, so that's how it was my first pregnancy. My next video will be another story time. I think that's what I'm going to do for the next couple of times, just do some story times with you guys, because I like talking about things like that. Because I want people to know, you know, whatever they hear, that they relate to, like, them know they're not alone. You know, it's okay to be scared that you're pregnant, you know. Bless you. Not everyone plans their pregnancies. Not everyone, you know, knows they want their baby in the beginning. I know I wanted him in the beginning, but not everyone knows that. Not everyone feels that way. So yeah, I just want to, those are my whole channel is more about helping mothers. You know, helping mothers, you helping me, whatever. And that's my main effort throughout this whole YouTube channel. What you got? Yeah. So, like I said, like I always say, if you have enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notify bell to be notified, and let friends know, or people know about the have babies, already have babies, things like that. And I would love to talk to you about those things. Like I said, I'm not doing pumpkin series anymore. I'm just doing more story time. I may also start talking about my hair more too. I'm just trying to decide what. Oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay. All right, guys, we gotta go. Love you. Bye.